Hey everyone, welcome back to the Movie Fanatics. I'm Braden.
I'm Brannick.
And we're here today to talk about a classic movie that we have some interesting thoughts on. Stanley Kubrick's 2001 A Space Odyssey. We've both seen this film once.
Yes.
And you probably already know some of Brannick's thoughts. But Brannick, give us a little overview of your thoughts on this classic movie.
All right. Well, it's interesting for sure. I would consider it one of the greatest films ever made. I think it's very important to the legacy of film. I think it definitely revolutionized what movies could be, with just groundbreaking special effects, very good cinematography, and just like the scope of it all.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very boring.
Yeah.
So it's not like a fun movie to watch, like at all. And I don't think I was having that good of a time for parts of when I was watching it. Other times I was very, very into it. I also haven't seen it in a while. I watched it like at the beginning of last year, so it's been a second. It's not the freshest movie in my memory, but I have a lot of respect for it for sure.
All right. Basically the same thing as Brannick said. I think this movie is, it's classic, and it stood the test of time. Like, it's visually one of the greatest movies I've ever watched. But the first hour and a half, I could not care less about a single thing that was happening. Until Hal, the movie actually got kind of interesting. Until then, I don't like watching apes fight and beat each other to death. Like, it was honestly kind of funny, these like people in costumes beating each other.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny, but it's how do I describe it? At best, the story is bland, and at worst, it's so boring you just want to turn it off. Is that a good way to put it?
If you think so.
It's just boring. It's boring. There's special features. Anyway, it's boring, right?
Yeah.
But I want to talk about the ending.
Ooh, the ending.
Because I have a very different view of the ending. Do you want me to share?
Yeah, go ahead.
So basically, I think Dave. Is it Dave?
Yeah.
I think Dave is still dreaming at the end, because when he first sees old man Dave, they're both in the shot, and it's framed, the way it's framed, it's like he's dreaming. And I think he dreamt that. I think he passed out in a space capsule due to low oxygen or whatever. I think he's dreaming. I think the Star Child is kind of bullcrap. I don't think Dave literally turned into a Star Child. I think that's just a metaphorical thing to say that he probably died in a space capsule. And became one with space or whatever. I don't know. See, the thing with 2001 is it can be interpreted 1,000 different ways, but I think Dave is still dreaming at the end. I don't think he literally turned into a Star Child.
See, I find that interesting. I don't think I've heard many people go for the dream route, and I don't really have like an interpretation of the ending. I personally think it's more interesting when it remains a mystery, and I think it's much more satisfying in its lack of explanation. That's what makes it so compelling to me. The whole movie is this commentary on evolution and how humanity started out as like monkeys or whatever, and then we grew to use technology, and then we surpassed technology, and then Dave achieved like the next stage or whatever, and now he's like a giant baby, and that's a pretty popular interpretation. And then it's like, what is the monolith?
It's a rectangular prism. That's
correct.
What it is.
Technically, what does it mean? Where did it come from? Like, I think it's aliens in the book or something. Or
is there a book?
There's like kind of a book. That's a whole thing.
Yeah, it's a whole other thing.
It's aliens. Maybe it's aliens in like the sequel.
Mm-hmm.
It's aliens at some point, but I like it better when it's just an inexplicable little black rectangle. Well, it's pretty big actually, but I don't know. It's a compelling movie. It's extremely thought-provoking.
Oh yeah.
And
no, I think it is very thought-provoking. It's one of those movies that when it ends, you're still thinking about it. I mean, I watched the movie weeks ago and I'm still thinking about it. It's in terms of the story, there isn't a story. Don't go into this movie expecting something like Empire Strikes Back, where there's this big, sweeping, epic story. It's a movie where the visuals tell the story, and if that's your thing, then you'll probably love this movie. But in terms of I'm someone who wants some dialogue in a movie, I don't want the visuals to tell the story. I need the right balance. But the use of classical music, I think, is kind of interesting.
I very much enjoy, because it had an original score, but then Kubrick scrapped it and replaced it with classical pieces.
Yeah, which is fine.
I think they fit the scenes very well.
There's just too many shots of nothing with music playing.
Yeah, I like that after this movie, the Blue Danube Waltz just became like the space theme.
Literally,
it's like the internet. That's the universal theme for space.
Now, if you turn on this movie and watch the first 5 minutes and you're very confused, you're not alone.
Yeah.
You're not alone.
Sorry.
It is 5 minutes of black screen with music.
Yeah.
I like that score. Like that, like really like unnerving.
The Requiem for soprano, mezzo soprano, 2 mixed choirs and orchestra. I know because I keep typing it out because I use it for jokes in my videos. I put it in the description. I think that's that's like the one that really shaky.
It's not on the back of the Blu-ray. I don't know why I keep looking on the back of the Blu-ray because it's not gonna be there.
That's
but
the one where they go like, yee. Is that one?
That's creepy.
It is creepy.
I wish I wish the movie was more of if 2001: Space Odyssey was 2 hours of Dave and his space crew with Hal, and it was this constant struggle, that would be a cool movie. Just this constant, unnerving thriller with some horror, maybe. That would be cool. I would love that. But no, it's almost 3 hours of music.
I like that it's not that. I like that it's a very atypical movie. And it's not often that you get a movie that completely redefines its genre. Like every
Pulp Fiction did.
Well, in terms of like space films, every movie has to like live in the shadow of 2001. And I think that's
Yeah, I
neat.
mean, yeah.
And
But I don't think like George Lucas saw this movie and said, "Star Wars, that's it." Star Wars is a completely different movie
Star
than
Wars
this.
is like that's like a space like fantasy thing.
It's a space opera.
It's sure.
And so is this. 2001 is a space opera.
I wouldn't say that they're both the same. They're not the same type of movie at all.
No, but they fall under the same thing as space opera.
I don't know what space opera means.
It's
but-
just it's basically epic space movie.
They're technically both that, but in very different ways.
Yeah, no, yeah. One sci-fi action
One's like sci-fi,
drama.
I guess. I don't know if it's a drama.
That's what the back of the Blu-ray says.
It's 2001.
It's 2001: A Space Odyssey. Stanley Kubrick directed it, as well as co-wrote it and produced it.
It is a gorgeous film.
It is. It really is.
So well shot. This is such a well shot movie.
Lot of just stable shots where there's no cutting, like the boardroom scene.
Yeah.
I think that's one shot, and the camera just sits in the back of the room.
I don't remember that scene very well.
The art direction though is amazing.
Yes, for sure.
I love the costumes are iconic. The spacesuits are iconic.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I can just say it's an iconic movie.
Mm-hmm.
But not now. This Blu-ray is going to sit on my shelf for probably the next 3 years.
Yeah, I haven't ever gone back to rewatch it though.
No.
Because it's very long.
It's
not
very
that
long.
much fun.
It's 148 minutes.
But I definitely you all know I've talked about this movie a lot. You all know that I appreciate what it did.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of respect for it.
But that's all we can say about this movie. If you're a film fan, this is one of like the musts. Like you have to see this.
I stand by that. if you like film, I think you should at least try to watch this movie for sure.
This movie is on the same level of like Psycho as just a movie you have to watch if you love film.
I think I think it needs to be seen by all.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, that's it. Like, I don't know how much more we can talk about this movie.
Yeah, there's so much to say while also so little.
Yeah. But anyway, let's give our scores. I guess you guys already know Brandon's score. Brandon, what are you gonna score?
I have never and will never give 2001 a score.
Really?
I think putting a number on it undervalues it.
You know, A plus. Like, it's an A plus movie. It's gorgeous. It's Stanley Kubrick's not. I wouldn't say it's his masterpiece. It's his penultimate film.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is, because the Shining is his ultimate movie. 2001 is like his penultimate.
Penultimate means second to last.
Well, it's the second best movie. Like, it's not. I don't know.
I would say that this is his magnum opus.
I guess it is.
I would say that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it is.
Well, that means it's not like that. Doesn't mean it's the best. It means it's the largest or most important work. So I think that's that. I would say The Shining is his best, but I'm biased. Yeah. Although I haven't seen all his movies.
Me either. I've seen three.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's
no.
The Blu-ray jumped out of my head. It's 2001: A Space Odyssey. It's amazing. It's perfect in every way. But
it's not fun to watch.
It's not fun to watch, but it's perfect.
But I very much appreciate it, and I do like that the Blu-ray spoils the ending.
I mean, that's an iconic poster.
Yeah, it's very
But if you just saw that, you wouldn't really know what that is.
That's true, yeah. But it's 2001.
It's 2001. It's perfect.
It's perfect. It's a wonderful film.
But not fun to watch.
It's not fun to watch, but you should watch it anyway.
The thing that says the most awesome movie, no.
It's not the most awesome movie.
No.
Well, awesome is like...
Awesome as, like, beautiful, yeah.
Yeah. If it's, like, literally, like, awe, or if it's, like, the colloquial, like, that's awesome, like, as a synonym for, like, rad, I wouldn't say it's the most
It's not rad.
I think it's the most rad movie out there.
But it's great, though. It's perfect. But yeah, well, that's it. Thank you all so much for watching. Look forward to more reviews very soon. We're working on stuff, I think. So look forward to all sorts of things. I'm working on something that'll come out in October.
Whoa, that's
but
a long run.
Until then, we'll have this video and other videos. I'll probably. I'm planning. I'm just gonna tell everyone.
Yeah. Let's go
I'm working on a Jaws revisited review, which is gonna be fun. I'm gonna go through the movie, scene by scene. I'm gonna work my way through the story. As well as in October, I'm going to do a Friday the 13th ranking. I recently bought the box set, so I've been watching all the movies, and I'm going to do a ranking.
Yeah. I am working on the final video of the 3 Star Wars reviews. We're going to do the sequels next. That's going to be really fun.
Oh, God.
And then, I don't really know where I'm going to go from there. I actually was thinking about doing 2001 versus Interstellar to see... kind of a little comparison video.
Yeah.
We'll see when that happens. I think I have teased that like 2 or 3 times at this point.
Any horror stuff in October?
Horror stuff in October? I'm glad you asked. I'm planning on doing a ranking of the first film of some of the iconic slasher franchises. It's definitely going to be at least Texas Chainsaw, Halloween, Friday, and Nightmare on Elm Street. We might throw in Scream or Child's Play. We'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how long I want the video to be. Yeah. But that'll be my October this year.
All right, well,
my Halloween. I'll do other stuff before that.
And then, of course, I'll have my review of Halloween Ends on Halloween, of course. But until then, and until our next video, this outro is way too long. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to hit the like button, subscribe button, write comments down below about your thoughts on this movie right here, 2001. And I'll see you next time. This has been Braden.
And Brennick.
From the Movie Fanatics, signing off.